Last week, we had left our intrepid hero, Richard Petty, mired in a losing streak, and then switching from Dodge to Chevrolet. Here at Supercars Today, we broadcast every Tuesday at about noon. So we were supposed to continue with the 1978 Petty season today with part 2. But sometimes the events of the day precipitate a change. And like Perry White on The Adventures of Superman, the Chief.
Don't call me Chief.
The editor at the Daily Planet, well, a lot of you kids won't remember that, he would scream out, "Hold page 1, stop the presses," because there's a difference in what they're going to report. So to make what happened this weekend timely, we're going to continue with Richard Petty's 1978 NASCAR season next week and bring this relevant news to you today. Right, Chief?
What did you call me?
I don't know about you, but I remember where I was at when the direction of my life was formed, Michigan International Speedway, on August 23rd, 1974, when I saw Richard Petty's fire red and petty blue Dodge go screaming by. Since then, probably just like you, we've been hooked. From our first media gig at the tender age of 15 in 1983 with Grand National Scene, to printing our own Supercars Today magazine in the 1990s, hence our name. Nothing against our open wheel friends, but if it has fenders, our nosy nature wants to find out the who, the why, and the how. We don't necessarily interview these people, we have conversations. So please subscribe to our channel and hit that bell to be notified of new content every Tuesday at noon. Thanks for watching, and please like, comment on, and share these videos. Today on the program,
it's good to be first. Just ask Ryan Blaney. And though he probably didn't think about it, he accomplished a lot more than just winning that big fat trophy. No, he accomplished some firsts in other categories. Perhaps owner Roger Penske likes to assign the number 12 to any of his Ryans, since his driver Ryan Newman won the 2008 Daytona 500 driving the number 12 Dodge. Anywho, of all the great names, to have that number plastered on their door or their roof, no one has ever taken it to the championship. Ryan Blaney, however, was the first. Wisconsin's John Menard, who created and owns the Menard's Home Improvement Stores, has been an avid supporter of motorsports since, well, even back here to 1982 and Herm Johnson at Indy. However, his sponsorship-adorned racers never won a cup title until this year. But now Ryan Blaney has brought him number 1. There are 365 days in a year. Well, in a leap year, 366. But for those born on December 31st, they just slipped it in under the wire in that current year. And Ryan became only the 3rd driver born in December to ever win a cup title, and the first ever to be born on the last day of the year, New Year's Eve. The late Alan Kulwicki and the newly retired Kevin Harvick being the other two. Who could be more fitting than being labeled a motorsports icon other than owner Roger Penske, with numerous Indy 500 wins, IndyCar championships, sports car titles, successful businesses, and now a 4th Cup championship. But with Ryan Newman's win this past weekend at Phoenix, Roger becomes the oldest winning Cup Series owner in history. And by the way, the captain, he's only 86 years, 8 months, and a few days old. And by the way, his driver, Ryan, is the 2nd youngest title holder behind Chase Elliott. A lot of folks like to say that Blaney is a quiet guy, serious and whatever. I beg to differ. With his podcasts and practical jokes, and he and his good friend Bubba Wallace's video appearances, prank interviews and things like that, I think you're going to see probably one of the silliest Cup champions of all time. We're certainly not trying to make it sound, though, like Blaney can't be counted on. He's serious when he needs to be. He's terrific with the media. He's great with the fans. He's good in commercials. And he was even in Cars 3 with Bubba Wallace doing a voiceover. Being from Detroit, it's a natural rivalry for anyone from Michigan to make fun of their Buckeye neighbors to the south. But you know what they say about it running downhill. Just kidding, Ohio friends, and numerous family members that were born there. The 17th state in the Union, Ohio takes its name from the Ohio River, which in turn originated from the Seneca word Ohio. I'm saying that wrong, I'm sure, meaning good river, great river, or large creek. Ohio actually has some great accomplishments and some people who have accomplished some great things, like the Wright brothers who are from there. In 1852, Ohio was the first state to enact laws protecting working women. Cleveland became the world's first city to be lighted electrically in 1879, and 8 presidents are from Ohio. That's why they call it the Mother of Presidents. Other well-known personalities born in the Buckeye State were director and producer Steven Spielberg, famous gunslinger Annie Oakley, Arsenio Hall talk show host, actor Clark Gable, and the late actor Paul Newman, who was also a race car driver. Though he claims to be from High Point, North Carolina, since that's where he grew up, since his dad was racing in NASCAR, Ryan Blaney was born in Hartford, Ohio, the only son to Lisa and Dave Blaney. His dad, Dave, and his uncle Dale were both sprint car dirt specialists, and the family owned Sharon Speedway, a stone's throw from the Pennsylvania state line. That being said, Ohio's not exactly known as a quote-unquote hotbed of NASCAR competition. Sure, they have Mid-Ohio, the road course. They had Mansfield Motorsports Park, which is now gone, but they haven't run a cup race in Ohio since the 1950s at the now defunct Dayton Speedway. So isn't it about time the state can claim a NASCAR Cup champion? Thanks to Ryan Blaney. We almost forgot one, and this is so unique you can't make it up. Blaney is a huge Star Wars fan, and he has a tattoo of whatever on his right leg. So, in closing, maybe this could be a new tattoo on the left leg. Thanks for listening. Oh, we almost forgot. Please come back here to our channel next Tuesday at about noon, where we conclude the series, Was Richard Petty's 1978 NASCAR season really all that bad? And by the way, Chief, thanks for help with the breaking news.
Don't call me Chief. But that did feel good.